You had mentioned last time we talked to you that this might be the game that Tobin would make her debut. Is that still true?
No,
Oh.
It's not the case. We've what we've constantly been going through this year with the injuries. It's very complicated, and the decision's been made to err on the side of caution and basically extend the recovery time for Tobin to make sure that this gets fixed and solved 100%. So she won't play this weekend, and right now we haven't got a timeline on it. You know, we're focused on making sure she's back for playoffs and that side of things. Right now we couldn't put any other timeline on it.
So are you changing kind of the rehab process? Was it a setback, or was it kind of a decision to move back on the rehab process?
It's been so complicated in making sure that we continue to make small steps. I think why the decision's been made to take a step back is that it's got to be 100% right. There's no reason to take any risk here, and to give more time for her recovery, to give her more time to get this right is the priority, and that's why that decision's been made. And I'm still learning the complete details of all of that. At the same time, I'm making sure Tobin knows that her long-term health and career with us and the national team is the priority, and I'm not putting her under any pressure. We're just making sure that we support her through this and make sure we get it right.
What's the situation with the other injuries? I think we saw Amandine over there, and I don't know what her injury is, and then obviously there's still Mana and Catherine.
Yeah, Mana and Catherine are doing well, making good progress. I feel like I keep saying a couple of weeks about every player. We feel confident right now that those two are a couple of weeks away, and we can see them behind us there in the final stages of their return to play. Amandine just had a slight tweak after the Sky Blue game, and we were building her in today for this week. Amandine will be fine for Saturday. Expect her to fully play. Mana and Catherine a couple more weeks.
What was the tweak?
Thigh.
And going into this game, you guys obviously went on the road and were able to get the win at Sky Blue. Now you're coming home, and assume the expectation is 3 points. What's the message to the team going into this second game against Sky Blue?
Well, it's the two big things. One, we know Sky Blue are a very, very good team, very dangerous team. They move the ball, they pass the ball really well, and they've got absolute energy galore up front with individuals that are a handful. Secondly, we're coming back together. This is one of those periods in the season where it's a challenge for a team like us that have international players breaking off in different directions. Everyone will be back to full training in a couple of days. By Thursday, everyone will be back in. They'll be dripping in. Before then, Thursday will be our first full team training, and Friday, so it gives us 2 days to prepare. So that's the challenge. One, we gotta be aware Sky Blue are a very good team, and we learned that when we played them on the road. And secondly, we got to bring everyone back in. We're going to bring everyone back in, and this is not easy. This is not an easy part. It's one of the challenging parts of the season for us. We had experienced it a lot last year, and we rode it last year. It doesn't always mean that we can perform the way we want to, but can we get a performance that leads to 3 points? That's our aim, and that's what we're fighting for.
You guys are a team. A lot of people talk about all the offensive stars, attacking stars on your team, but you guys have been very good on defense both last year and this year. What is it about the group on the defensive end that you guys have been able to be so successful with that?
I think you can say both for our offensive or defensive stuff. Everyone's involved. Everyone attacks on our team, starting with AD. Every player has to be capable of playing with the ball. Capable of supporting the ball, capable of moving the opposition and manipulating the opposition with their movement. That's made us a hard team to play against when we have it. And then defensively, everyone defends right from the front. You know, Sink and Linz have been the two that have spent the most time up there. Whether we're in a block or whether we're pressing, they're the first line of defence for us. And it takes all 11 players on the field and anyone else that comes in. On top of that, what AD and the back four have done this year, like last year, has been important. You know, I think we were a good unit last year. We're still missing Catherine, and we hope we get her back soon. But what those four back there have done, and Coxie when she jumped in, has been fantastic, and then AD Sky Blue was probably the first game that we really got opened up a couple of times, and while AD's been doing that for 3 to 4 weeks and we've seen it and very impressed with it, it's the first time where we probably gave her too much to do, and she came up big time and showed us all the hard work that her and Nadine Angra and Brett Eckerstrom have been doing. So we attack together, we defend together, and it's what this team's about. There's a lot of individual talent on this team, but that doesn't mean anything, especially in this league. It doesn't mean anything. It's consistent hard work together, togetherness, and a commitment for putting the team first. And we're getting better at that. It doesn't happen from day one. It takes time.
Can you talk specifically about Emily Son and Emily Menges and how they've been able to come together in the last year as a center back pairing?
Yeah, you could look at a couple. If you look at statistics, when those two are playing centre back next to each other, we don't concede many goals. I mean, I would love to know what the statistic is when those two are playing together over the last 2 years, and their goals against average compared to another 3 or 4 centre back pairings that we think are very good in the league over the years. I would bet a few coffees that their goals against when both of them are playing is if it's not the top, it's close to the top. They're great listeners, they're great learners, they will just want to get better, they want to improve. They complement each other really well. There's a great connection of teamwork between the two, and there's no ego there. That they just want to improve, they want to get better. And then you throw Sel, Kath, Klingenberg either side of them, that 4, the work that they do, it's been a hard unit to break down for other teams, and I'm proud of their work, and I do feel that we're going to get better. I feel there's more. You know, this last week we had a great week to develop individually, and the work we did with Menges and Sonic specifically to keep moving them forward. I hope we see the results in the next few weeks here. They've done great, but it's the keys to it is wanting to learn, wanting to listen, wanting to get better, and those two come every day wanting to do that. And it's made us tough, made us hard to break down.